Coach Leach said yesterday for Liam, switching from guard to tackle isn't as hard because he was already playing on the left side of the line. Do you kind of agree with that? And does that make a transition more seamless for a guy like that?
Yes, I would agree with that. It's all about the reps on that side of the ball. I think the biggest misnomer is, right and left side in today's football. Not everybody's dropping with their back and doing the old Terry Bradshaw pass drops. More quarterbacks have open stances. So for Liam, to stay over there is fine, and he repped it all last year as the backup. And then the other thing that people don't really understand is our splits are so big. Like half the time, he's basically blocking like a tackle anyways. And so it's not that big a deal to me.
Did it help to have, I know Andre was around a lot in the spring and then he kind of came back in the summer. Do you think it's been helpful for Liam to have Andre around so much and he can help him through a little bit?
Oh, I'm probably sure it was as helpful for Andre as it was for Liam, just because, Dre just likes being around his friends. And, there was a couple times where you would catch them talking to each other in the weight room and stuff like that, and conversing about things. And I think that's good. I think that's what, our program's going to move towards, is having these guys that go off into the next level. They're going to learn things that may be valuable as a player to hand down to their buddy, stuff like that.
Coach, do you feel like in year 2 now you're having to yell less to, hurry up, run to each station, that kind of your expectations have been established now?
No, I always yell. That's part of. I just think that there's got to be a sense of urgency at all times up front. There has to be constant pressure. A lot of people talk about mental toughness, and mental toughness is, at what point are you willing to give up? What thing's going to break you? So, where there's constant confusion, constant chaos, are you going to be able to wade through that storm, or are you just going to sit there and crumble? That's what we're looking for.
And then yesterday, Liam was saying he was really impressed with some of the redshirt freshman guys, and then even some of the freshman guys. And considering some of the body transformations those guys have had, where are you at in terms of your opinion of where they're at?
I think that they have developed well. Coach Brown does a tremendous job in the weight room. I think we look for a different type of player on our offensive line. I don't really look for the guy that's got all the accolades and the stars. I want the guy that's going to be great in 4 years, not great when he's 18, just because he's bigger and stronger than everybody else. And plus, I want guys that are not afraid to work.
Do Abe or Fred talk about their preseason watch list at all?
Oh, no. No, those are the two most humble guys in the room. And if you do it, I'm going to wear you out anyway. So, I just think you got to have a work in silence mentality. And if you look too far ahead in life, you're going to stumble and fall. You're going to fall flat on your face. So be where your feet are.
What do you find is better about the guys who you say is like guys who will be great in year 4 rather than year 1? What's the advantage of having those guys?
Well, I just think it's about developing people and being able to grow. There is a lot of super talented people, and you have to be able to project where they're going to grow to. And again, we're looking for a different body type. We're looking for the Patricks and the Abes and the Liams and the Cades and the Dillards. Maake Fafita looks no different than Andre Dillard looked when he was a freshman. Now, I'm not going to say he's going to turn into Andre Dillard. That would be irrational. But that's what we're looking for, a quick, explosive person who can play and put his hands on people.
There was a practice in the spring where you had a folding chair out there with Andre's jersey. What was the purpose of that?
Oh, some people weren't blocking very well, and I just said, I could put a chair out here and get as much use out of you and I just wanted everybody to feel comfortable with the chair, so I put Dillard's jersey on it so they would recognize that, the chair is actually a better blocker than you are right now. I could play with 4. I would if I could.
So it's a good sign if you don't have to break out the chair in the next week.
It's day 2.
Have you ever had a bunch that as good at sack avoidance as last year's group was?
I think they're all relative, but yes, to be honest with you, our group at Nevada was very good. They only gave up 16 sacks, and 8 of them were with a redshirt freshman, and I think 4 of them were against us. And I told people, well, you guys had to block our defensive line, and I had to block Hercules, so that wasn't really fair. The group we had at Tarleton State was really good. We had the number 3 offense in the country, I think, and they were really good. So I think it's just a testament to what we do every single day and repetition and how we compete and what we expect.
We've heard the term in the past, be a nickel, not 5 pennies. At
Right.
what point does the unit become a nickel in your eyes?
I think you just got to learn to play as one. And one of the big things we're striving for right now is to be consistently great, not occasionally. I mean, consistently good, not occasionally great. I mean, I don't need you to be great one play. I need you to be consistently good, and that's kind of what we're looking for. So we want to be consistent. We want to be working together. And I think the fact that we go against a defensive line, in my opinion, has got their hair on fire every single day is nothing but great for us. I mean, you got to look at it. Every day we're going against the team. What did we? We're 15th in the nation in sacks last year, defensively, and then offensively we gave. I mean, those two are going at each other every day, and trust me, it's not fun to stand on my side. So they're pretty good.
Is it unrealistic to expect that they can give up less than 13 this year, as good as that was? I mean, 13 is pretty ridiculous number.
I think it's all relative. I think there are things that we probably did up front that help the situation. There's things that the quarterback does by getting rid of it. A receiver may bust a route and the quarterback has to hold on to the ball. We may bust a block and the quarterback gets us out of it. We may take all day and the quarterback may want to bake a cake back there, and that's our job to block him. So I think it's all relative. I don't want to put expectations on it. I just want to do the best job we can do every single day, and that's all we're looking for. How good can we be? Can we be consistently good, not occasionally great?
When Liam and Fred both got here, they kind of struck a friendship, and they're basically best friends now. And Fred was down at media day to see Liam. Is it kind of interesting that you have the quiet guy like Fred, and do you think they balance each other out pretty well as far as their personalities, maybe?
Yeah, they are. They're thick as thieves. One talks all the time, and one doesn't say a word. I just think it's a testament to what we've got as a program. Guys from different walks of life. You're going to have a guy from American Samoa and a guy from Detroit, Michigan that are going to be friends with each other. And that's what we do, and that's one of the reasons why we come down here, so everybody gets to know each other.
Is that weird, all kind of dorming up again? In a sense?
No, I think it's awesome. I mean, this is like the greatest day of my life. It's like Groundhog Day. You just walk to one place, and then you eat, and then you go to the meeting room, and then you circle back around and go to sleep, and it's just awesome.
Where do the coaches stay? Are they in?
Yeah, it's in the dorms. We got a little, a little complex apartment looking thing.
Do you guys don't get roommates?
No, well, I actually am surrounded. I've got Coach Brock, Coach Phelps, and Coach Shaver. So they threw me into the Wolves. But Phelps and I pretty much travel everywhere together, so this is pretty the norm for us.
Small sample size and it's early, but you mentioned the quarterbacks. To what extent are they helping your guys out?
Well, I just think that, they do a good job of getting rid of the ball, and we got to do a good job protecting for them, and that's our job. By definition, that's our job. So we got to do our job.